Hello, this is week number 7, video lecture for Introduction to Computer Science. I am sharing with you the Blackboard for week number 8, and here's a list of detailed objectives. Here's the instructional material, the lesson plan, and list of the assignments. So before I forget, let's take a quick look at the assignments. There's a couple of textbook questions, and there's the Zybook lab, which is chapter 16 in Zybook. And there's a week number 7 lab assignment. This should be very straightforward, which is included in the lesson plan. But if you download this week number 7 lesson plan, you will have this guy here. So I'm going to go over this in detail and explain different things. So just a couple of the administrative items. This is week number 7, which means the term is almost over. The term ends next week, or end of next week, October 24th, the Saturday. So that means all of the assignments are due on Saturday. I think this is Friday, but I think I'll extend it to Saturday, 10/24, because that's the last class day, midnight. So this has been changed, so I'll highlight it. There are 2 chapters that I'm assigning from the textbook that I'm going to refer to and to answer some questions from them. And there's 1 chapter from the Zybooks. The topic, let me just go back there, for this week has to do with kind of getting ready for next term, depending on your major. But for computer science, you'll be taking a network class sooner or later, probably sooner than later, and machine learning at some point. So these are 2 topics that are kind of forecasting this coming. But for this week, for us, in addition to that, there's an important topic of searching and sorting. So that's what we're going to be talking about. There's a little bit of notes here that I'd like you to take a look at them. There is a really easy function called sort or sorted in Python that you get to use. We needed to old days we needed to write a code to do what you can do in just 1 line. So Python is really easy to use. If you had to write the actual code how to do that, it just takes a long time. But it's a function, it's a reserved command they can use in a list, and you can put whatever you want in there, and it'll just print out the list in the order. I think I also gave a little bit of that's just a link to the compiler. So you can try that. Let's see. So for the Zybook, there searching is used a lot, not only for directories, like if you have a list of students or faculty or whatever, it's not very good to have it random ordered. So you want to have it ordered by alphabetical order or last name or first name, their specialty, whatever, right? So ordered is really important. So, and then you want to order them a certain way, ascending or descending and stuff. But you also need to search for things, right? Searching is easier, only if you have an ordered list, right? So if it's random, then you pretty much have to search the whole thing. But the Zybook will kind of take you through different types of searching and ordering. So let me see if I can bring that up here. So here you have a binary search, There's a different selection sort and bubble sort and quick sort and all different kinds of ways, and different algorithm of searching method will be more efficient for certain types of data than others. So you will want to use whatever sort that is probably makes sense. But if you don't know what your data is like, then you know if you want to make one of them standard, then you can do that too, and maybe only the advanced users, if you want to give them a choice to do whatever method that they prefer. Um, I'm asking you to look up some terms because this is really more about the searching and sorting chapter. But I do want you to be aware of certain terms like Turing test. This has to do with a long time ago and even now actively, more actively than before, to see if AI can catch up with people. And so there's a small short video that I'd like you to watch, and there's a little discussion in the book to for you to give a quick response. Semantic network is also very interesting, and so that's just how. Um, Maybe you should just watch the video that I gave you, pretty short. So take a look, and what a search tree is. Here's an important topic of what's called an within the network, what's called a packet switching. A packet switching has to do with sending a file or a set of information or the data over a network. And it's called a packet because it is not sent as one item, but it is sliced up into small packets. And it's called switching because each packet is sent uh, um, throughout the network in its own independent path, whichever way it is the best way to get to the destination. And when you get to the end to the destination, and they all get to a destination because they all have a header and address where it needs to go. So I think there is a little diagram here. So this one kind of is the link that I gave you. File is sent over a network, and they all get sent through a network. They arrive at a destination, but they can be all scrambled up. So you need to put them in order and then deliver to the destination or render them into the destination. So that's a very uh, important concept in network. Of course, there are variations of that, but take a look at it, um, and then there are a few other ones I'd like you to kind of look up in your book. I even gave you the page numbers. For the lab assignment, I'm giving you, there isn't much for you to do in terms of the lab, because I'm assigning most of them into the Zybook practice. So, but I do want you to try something, and I gave you the whole code and how it even looks on the screenshot. But if I bring it over to the online compiler, so here's the copy and paste the code, and if you run it, basically it is going to sort using the function sort, and it's going to say s enter the total number of list of the elements. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to enter five numbers, and this is enter the first number. I don't know, 1 6 9 oops 6. I'm just going to do simple numbers, maybe 3, and then maybe 7, and then when you enter them, it's going to sort them, which is pretty straightforward, right? So I'd like you to give it a try. You can play with it using different algorithms or whatever, but at least I want you to try uh, printing this or running this program. So that's pretty much it for this week. Uh, so just kind of recap. Here's the well, I don't think I showed you the textbook. So this textbook, I think it's like page one. Is it around like 180 somewhere? Here's the AI. So I know it's a little bit difficult to read, but take a look at them, especially the portions that I assigned you. And we went over maybe just a list of the objectives. I'll update the lesson plan because I made a few updates, some clarifications, and then there's a list of assignments. Um, that I'd like you to do. Went over the lesson plan, updated the dates that it is due. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to save it and have a great week. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Try to catch up on your assignments and look forward to receiving. All right, thanks. Bye bye.